Dans Shararea.
Hola, people. Hello and welcome. Give me just a moment. It takes like 5 years. It takes like 5 years for Facebook to update. I was trying to share this on my personal page, uh, and I'm like waiting for it to click over, and it did it until like, oh, I'm supposed to say, hey, y'all. Hey y'all. I hope everyone is doing well. I know I said that I wouldn't be here today, but like I just can't stop. Um talking, rambling, babbling, all of it. No, I have a friend who Elisa of Elisa Soul Kisses who's currently having a sale. And I tend to help out there. She asked me to help out, and I tend to provide like little videos and insight and stuff. And so I thought I would just do this as well, because why not? We've been doing this, we've been continuing to do this, so let's just talk, right? Let's just have a little conversation. Um, and yeah, that's where I'm at today. I have some time to do I've been sitting here like it's Saturday. It's 9:21 a.m. It's on 420. So for those of you who celebrate, lot it up, have fun, enjoy, do your thing. Uh, but like I've been up since like 7. My cat said she wanted to wake up. She said, "I'm tired of you sleeping. Pop, 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 pop. Wake up." And then she won't, like, she'll stay on the ground and she will like howl. She will meow and she will look at me and she'll like, "I want you to wake up." And then if you don't get out of bed, she will jump on the bed and she will run over you. Like she will run on your head. Like, that's not cute. That's not cute. It's not fun. Why do people have cats? Rude. Just rude. Good morning, Angie. Hello. So yeah, and I'm just rambling a bit before I get into the card because it takes like 5 years for it to connect over. Also it's Saturday, it's early, so whatever. But it's not early for some people. It's like what, 12:22. Okay, that's fine. But I was shuffling, y'all, shuffling the cards, and I was like, you know what do we need to talk about today? What can we as a collective be inspired by? What can we use as a sort of centerpiece for conversation? And guess who decided to pop up and join our adventure? The full reversed. Yes, another reversal. Shocker, I know. Um, the full reversed. And I don't know. The full is a fun card for me. I feel because if you look at it, the full has their little knapsack or whatever you want to call it, little backpack, little stick thingy, the whatever. They look really fun. They look like they are cosplaying, they're living their dream, they're doing the thing. They have very, very, very flowy you know, arm pieces. And they have a dog that's like, let's dance, so it's a fun time. It's a fun time. And in the fool's journey, we start with the fool. The fool's always been fascinating to me because I feel, again, major arcana card, so we know big life, divine sort of stuff, like big influence on our life. And so I feel, and let me know your thoughts or what you see or what you pick up. That's fine. But I feel like with the full, we're dealing with, how do I put it? It's like the lemniscate. It's infinity. We have all of the information collected within us to experience life and navigate life. Like everything that we have, everything that we are, we're connected. And so the full has like all of that data, all of that sort of uh, fresh connection to life, to divinity, to all things, right? Reversed though, I feel like not a bad thing. Reversed full. I feel with the reversed full though, it is more of like this conscious effort, like this conscious effort to dive back in, because if you look at it, when reversed, the fool's body language is going from the left to the right, and so I associate the right with the future, and so I feel like the fool's like, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna go into the future, and we're going to unpack the things. And so I feel, for some of us, the heaviness of the full reversed is unpacking like trauma. And trauma is such a buzzword lately, with reason and good. It's unpacking the heaviness that I've gathered along my journey. So each and every one of us has a story. Okay, we all do. We all have things that we are proud of, and we all have things that we are not proud of. We all have things that we've experienced, and there's no judgment here. We all have a story. And so with the full reverse, I feel like there is a sort of shift in change in our story, and sometimes it's unpacking the things that were a part of our past, right? It's unpacking the previous story, and feeling those very uncomfy, like it gives me like uncomfy vibes, right? Does that make sense? And so it's like unpacking these uncomfy vibes, these uncomfy, oh my gosh, y'all, I can't say it, these uncomfortable or these uncomfortable memories or these uncomfortable experiences, situations that we have been a part of, and we're recognizing like, okay, as I unpack this stuff, I can lay it to rest. I'm not unpacking it to like put it on a shelf to on display for everyone to see. I'm unpacking it for myself, and probably tossing it away. Like it's always like all of our experiences are going to be a part of us forever. That's just the way life is. But we don't have to allow them to be an active part of us. Does that make sense? And so the full reverse is saying, look, we're going on another adventure. There's a new phase, a new cycle in life that is occurring, and we're going to do the thing. But we're unpacking this stuff so we can actually have a better time this go around, right? And so let's see. The full has me thinking of adventure retrograde. RX retrograde is kind of like a shadow work field, yeah, kind of like what we're talking about. It's like unpacking those yucky things, right? In order to explore something new. So kind of like lightening the load or whatever. So like here's my talking key point to keep me on track. I have three. I try to. Our exploration begins with the full card zero, key zero in the tarot. This card embodies potential, new beginnings, and the courage required to step into the unknown. That's another thing I appreciate about the full, is like they're so like a lot of word associations, carefree. They're so just fun. It's like, ooh, um, I think the full reverse again right now, and what we're talking about today, all should be proud of yourselves. This is, you're here today, you're listening, we're talking, you should be proud of yourself on your path, because the full reverse is like, okay, yeah, there's a sort of ignorance to it, but no, reverse to me, at least here today, is not ignorance. It's understanding that I have been through it. I've experienced struggle. I've experienced this stuff, but I'm actually going to dive back in, and I'm going to make a better situation, right? I'm going to do something better with the knowledge that I've gained thus far. So, yeah, I've made whatever people say are mistakes, right? I've done all this stuff, and it's okay. You should be proud of yourself that you're sticking to it, right? Um, And so I like that there's the courage required to step into the unknown. And it's like, you don't, it's not necessarily the unknown for you. You have the courage to step into, processing, moving forward, taking that next step. It's not necessarily unknown with the reversal. It's more like, I know kind of what I'm getting myself into, but I know that I have to walk through it and get to where I want to be. So I'm okay with this, right? The full is the key that unlocks our journey, inspiring us with the importance of trust and the willingness to embark on new adventures. And so I think that this is a conscious decision to move forward, to face and experience what we need in order to actually get to our destination. It's kind of like, we want to get to a destination. We can see it in front of us, but we have to walk the path to get there. And we understand that path is like winding and twisting and it has thorns and we're gonna get a little dirty. But we also recognize like it's worth it because we know moving forward, like we'll get to that destination because we can see it, we can envision it. And so there's two astrological associations with the full. I believe it's the Golden Dawn that connects the full with like the elemental force of air. I'm pretty sure I should check my notes, shouldn't I? I should have done that before, but I'm pretty sure. Let me look. Where are you? Full, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's the Golden Dawn that associates the elemental force of air. So if we think of air, what do we think about? If we think of just the element of air, what does it represent? I think of you can see it in the card. There's a sort of like this air about it where there's movement and there's thought and there's like this mental like fun, right? This mental adventure. It's like, ooh, we're about to do something. This is exciting. We're moving forward. We're working towards the future. What does that say to us? How does that make us feel? What does that make us think of? And so I believe it is the Golden Dawn that links the elemental force of air to the full, which symbolizes what? Life's breath and transformative winds. Air represents thought, communication, and the challenges that we face, urging us to seek truth and engage intellectually to attain wisdom. Um, Air highlights the fool's role in propelling us forward with clarity and insight, helping us navigate life's complexities with purpose and understanding. And so I think the air connection here is very powerful, but I think that we need to be mindful moving forward. Okay, I recognize, like all of us, like we recognize we are going to be unpacking some things that are extremely dusty and maybe problematic. We're going to be unpacking some memories that maybe bring hurt to us temporarily, right? And so be mindful. Air association, get it? Ay, ay, ay. But be mindful that this is a temporary thought. This is a temporary, like this unpacking. These are things that have already occurred. These are things that have already happened, so they don't have to be active. And so I feel like with this association, we should be mindful. So when something comes up, acknowledge it, but also start focusing on a new thought or a new get your head space in a space in a atmosphere that feels better. And so it's like, yeah, I this thing that came up, it's very uncomfy. I'm overstimmied. I feel some type of way, but I'm not going to live in that energy. Does that make sense? And so what I'm going to do is like I'm going to process it. I'm going to thank it for its service, and I'm going to think of a better thought. Like, how do I actually want to feel? What thoughts does this bring up as I unpack my knapsack or whatever? As I unpack this, like what thoughts arise? Let me acknowledge them, but then what new thoughts do I want to sort of interject moving forward? Like if I want a better life or a better adventure, something more exciting, something that feels better, um, what thoughts do I need to align with to make that happen? Right? Am I making sense? Let me get a little sip of some coffee. So we can see that air association here, and I like it. And I think of the wind. Like, don't you ever like go out and you're like, yeah, set foot outside. It's a very rare thing for me. Uh, but I don't know. I just remember as a kid just playing with the wind, like when you're young, or even now, it's fun to feel the like to like have this conversation with the wind. I don't know if it's just me. And asking it to move and feeling the wind, the air just move you, like feeling a response. It's very magical, it's very powerful, and it's very exciting and fun. And you're like, oh my gosh, how amazing is that? That's so cool. And that's kind of like that full energy. Like, it's so cool. Like, this is really neat. And we can have so much fun with this. Like, what's next? Right? In modern sort of a modern interpretation or modern association with the full on an astrological level is Uranus. So the full link to Uranus, which they say a very generic planet of innovation and radical shifts. Almost said the other word. This connection highlights the full spirit of adventure and its call for profound transformation. Uranus challenges us to embrace new beginnings and the unexpected, enhancing the fool's invitation to venture fearlessly into new experiences. So you can also see that in the fool's representation, its association with Uranus, radical shift. And if we're talking about the full reverse, there's this like major moment in our lives that we need to contemplate. Like, there is a shift that is being had, and we also are mindful of like, I can't move forward taking the same stuff with me, because I recognize, like, if I keep bringing the same stuff, bringing the same thought patterns, bringing the same energy with me, I am in the same place, right? Yes, yes. Do we see? But I'm in the same place because I'm bringing all the same stuff. And so I feel like the radical shift and transformation with the full reverse today is this sort of like this awareness of, oh, like, think about your reality, think about your future, like, even if it's just a couple months down the road, think about that. Where would you like to see yourself? Where would you like to be? What kind of life do you want for yourself? What kind of life do you want to like live and experience and have fun with? It doesn't have to be so big. You can break it down into smaller bits, but like, what do you want to experience? What is going to be fun? What is going to be exciting to you? Think about that for just a few, and then ask yourself, what am I bringing with me right now? What am I carrying with me? Like, the fool's knapsack, right? What am I carrying with me? Let y'all be anyone and everyone who is carrying a purse, Mary Poppins style. Like, there's always everything in that thing. So anyone who carries a purse or a passenger bag or whatever, a bag, drop that thing on the ground and do some cleaning. Pull all that stuff out and be like, okay, don't need this. Oh, that's where that ended up. But unpack those things and release them, let them go, because if you're wanting to move forward into a new sort of experience, a new persona, a new way of thinking and being, then we have to make space for it. And making space for it means I can't carry with me. And not can't, because I can. I've been doing it, right? I choose not to carry with me these things, because I recognize if I am carrying with me as I walk forward, I'm carrying with me active components of my trauma, of this, and this, which I can let go of. Like, I'm not saying for anyone, like, I can let go of these things personally, certain things, right? Then let me do that. Like, why am I not? Why am I not? I recognize, like, if I can let go and release these things, then I'm making space for something new, and I'm actually aligning with that new adventure. And then let me bring in the things, the thoughts, and the experiences, the actionable steps to make this happen. Does that make sense? Am I making sense, y'all? I know I'm a little rambler over here. But what do you think? What do you think of the full reverse? What are your thoughts on it? How does it make you feel? But I do think, again, I'm going to wrap this up. Um, and see if there's any more comments. But like I do feel with the full reverse, we're given this opportunity for really um great change, great inspiration. And it can be scary, but we have the courage. Like we've if we think about our story, we've lived life, right? We've had to deal with some really intense stuff. And so recognize like you should be proud of yourself for being where you are today and recognizing like, you know what? You've been through it. You've taken challenges, you've met them head on, you've experienced these things. And you know what? Moving forward, what? You got this. You can do this. You just because it's unknown on some level doesn't mean that you don't have the tools to be like, "Ugh, I'm the warrior of my story. So you're gonna stand in my way, you're gonna get out. Because if you're standing in my way, I'm gonna move you." And so recognize you have that sort of power in your own life, in your own story. You Again, I can that's all I keep seeing in my head, like, you should be proud of yourself. So you really should. And acknowledge that you acknowledge yourself. Acknowledge and see yourself as being worthy of experiencing the life you want. It's not a far reach. Allow yourself to receive that and let go of what is holding you back and start making space and room and walking towards the things that are actually going to propel you to achieving these. Coming out of a long stagnant time, I feel like I'm unpacking and letting go of patterns that are no longer serving. Yeah, and it's like it's a life thing. It's but now if we think about it, like right now, the full reverse, it's like okay, this energy is giving us this opportunity to utilize that. So yeah. So normally I will take Saturdays off, but I did this for Elisa and everyone there. So thank you, Elisa Soul Kisses for sponsoring this. Again, y'all, thank you so much. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. I do ask you a favor though. I will ask you a favor. Find me on Facebook, find me on Facebook and like my page if you're not already. And more so, find me on Patreon, patreon.com/House of Blackthorn. I mean, you do not have to sign up as a paid patron. Sign up as a free patron. See what I do. If you like it, you can invest. If you know, but please sign up. It allows me like for a free a patron everybody, but it allows me to make sure that I can share with you like these videos. Or I'm thinking of moving my newsletter to Patreon too, because now I can like talk to all the people who sign up as a free member. They didn't have that before, I don't think. And so I might be putting out like a newsletter on Patreon that you'll have to sign up to receive. So I think I'm going to do that. But yeah, you get perks. You get perks even as a free member, but you'll get notifications of this stuff and all the things. So if you can, even if just as a free member, sign up so I can keep in touch with y'all. Uh, Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, your 420 day. For those of you who partake, whatever, have fun, enjoy, and I will talk to you. I will talk to you soon. Take care.